Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Tomasz and today we will talk about the scatter chassis in Quickstep. Enjoy! Now, scatter chassis are a very popular figure in Quickstep, and probably if you have an open routine, you are doing it in your routine. So let's show it first so you all know what am I talking about. Let me do a few of those. And slow, slow, slow. And of course you can go the other way. Slow, slow, slow. Generally, we have two types of scatter chassis. We have the slow scatter chassis that take one slow to do one repetition. And we have the quick scatter chassis that takes a quick to do one repetition. Now, we will start with the ones that are slow and then of course go to the ones that are quick. The first thing you need to know is that the whole scatter chassis, we are on the ball of the feet. So our heels will never touch the floor through the whole thing. The second thing you need to know is that our moving foot will be working very strongly on the inside edge of the ball of the foot. So I don't want to just keep it to the side in a very floppy way. I want to prepare it in a very nice way with the inside edge of the ball of the foot. And then when I get on it, I will allow my foot to roll and get on the full foot. Of course, when I leave the foot and close my feet, I will allow my moving foot, so the other foot at the moment, to go to the inside edge of the ball of the foot and close very nicely. So I don't want to close it also in some funny way. Now, the next thing we'll talk about is that the slow scatter chassis really consists of two main actions. So we will have the lowering on the standing leg and preparation of the moving foot and moving on to the new standing leg and closing the feet together. And those two actions should be connected in that particular way. So there is lowering in preparation, movement and collecting of the feet and rise. Let's break them down a little bit more. Probably what you already know about the lowering from all the videos we've done is that when we lower, it's crucial to keep the knee over the second toe of the foot. I don't want to let my knee fade to the inside. I don't want, of course, to fade to the outside of the foot. I just want to keep it over my second toe of the foot. And that's during lowering and moving to the side. So notice that my knee cannot fade in, especially now. Second, like I just said, through the lowering and preparation, it's not stationary. We are slowly moving into the direction of the movement. So I'm not just going down, I'm going down and to the side. Through that, please notice that I'm still keeping my left foot on the ball of the foot. I'm not allowing my heel to go down even though I'm lowering in the knee. Okay? So I want to do that, keep it on the ball of the foot, and when I close, again, keep it on the ball of the foot. And that's of course why it's so important that the pitch of weight is on the ball of the foot, so you can very easily keep the heels up. If you start being back weighted, it might be a very difficult thing to do. Now, the second action. So once we lowered and prepared, now we want to move away from the standing leg, which is at the moment my left foot. I want to start rising, closing my feet, and changing the weight in the end, of course. What is very important is that I should allow my right foot, so my moving foot, to slide a little before I place my weight on it. So it's not necessary that I have to get on it straight away. That slide will allow me to create a little bigger step and to keep me on balance. Number two, I want to start rising in a gradual way. So I don't want to go sideways, 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 and then up. That will look very funny. I want to, from that moment that I'm starting to move from my standing leg, I'm already trying to rise, to blend it all nice together, and notice that even though I'm on two toes, my knees are still quite relaxed. So I never arrive to the moment where my knees are straight. I'm always keeping them slightly relaxed, just to keep better balance and better connection with my partner. The next thing we will talk about is poise. When it comes to poise, it can be a little counterintuitive because as a couple, we always should keep the poise to my left and my partner to her left. Now, that can be very easy when I keep the poise left and move to the left, but it can be a little tricky when I have to keep the poise to the left, but move to the right. When I do the chasse to the right, it's very easy to fade with my poise and invade my partner's space and put more weight on her or him. So be very careful that when you're doing the scatter chasse to your right, of course, in that moment your partner will be doing that to her or his left, the person that is doing that has to maintain the poise to the left. So a very good exercise is to physically create it even with that arm, and now when you do it, try to maintain it exactly where it is. Don't let your body and your top overtake your hips and feet. You can of course try it with pulling your own thigh to the side or with some stretch band. It all helps, or a scarf. Now going the other way, so if I have poise left and moving to the left, it's much easier because now my poise will help my movement. It will feel a little more natural. The danger with the poise to the left is maybe to start swaying left and starting to break the side. So if you want to do the poise and still maintain your elbows parallel to the floor, make sure that they remain that. And one last thing about the poise, make sure that you don't exaggerate the poise and shape and compromise your size of the movement. In the scatter chasse, we want to move as easy and effortlessly to the side. So it's not just about the big shape, it's really about the movement. Yes, we have to have picture and we have to have poise and volume in the couple, but we want to have it only as big as it doesn't really change our motion. So be careful, especially for the ladies, with the amount of position you want to be backward, so it doesn't take you too much on the heels. Because once you're on the heels, it's almost impossible to do it in a light way, which is guaranteed by our heels being off the floor. Now, let's go to the quick scatter chasse. Pretty much all the points that we mentioned in the slow ones will be valid because it is, after all, the same figure. Now, the difference will be in two things. First of all, we will have slightly different foot position, and second of all, we will have slightly different rise and fall. So when it comes to foot position, I don't think even we should call it a foot position, but we generally don't close our feet. So when I do quick scatter chasse to the side, we will go quick and quick and quick and quick. And the other way, quick and quick and quick and quick. Now, when we do it very quickly, it might seem like we are closing our feet, but we are really, really not closing the feet together. And it is very important to practice like that even when we go through it slowly. So literally, when I go to the side with the same first action, now when I close the feet, I will keep them apart. And from here straight away, I will go to the side. Now, why do we have to do that? Because when we go in the tempo quick and quick and quick and quick and, we don't have time to transfer our weight fully on one leg, change it back, and only then starting to move to the other side. So what we want to do is we want to put our foot directly underneath our shoulder so we are able to use it and move straight away to the side in a continuous way. Now, why rise and fall is different? Because again, we don't have too much time. So we don't have time to rise nicely and then lower. It's kind of a similar situation to waltz and Venus waltz. In waltz, we have more time, so we can rise and fall in a full way, and in Venus waltz, we don't. As simple as that. So in quick scatter chasse, it feels like we all the time on semi-low level. I don't think it should be fully lowered, right? Because that would feel like kind of sitting down. But generally, we want to stay on the more relaxed knees and keep it like that. Today, we will not talk about sway in the scatter chasse, although it is possible to do sway pretty much both ways. For now, when the figure is new to you or when you really want to improve, just try to keep it parallel to the floor. It will be the easiest way to learn, especially when we talk about learning to move more. Of course, in the end of the day, sway will help you balance movement, especially when you move a lot. But if you do it slowly as an exercise, just try to keep it parallel to the floor. It should be more than enough to let you go around the room easily. Once you've done that and you feel quite comfortable with doing the scatter chasse around the room, maybe take it to your teacher, ask when the sway should be applied, how much, and try to do that. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.